I'm going to go for Mission 2 Critical Mass. Now, I've tried this several times and failed. We're going to go with the Personal Trainer. We're going to go with the Population +1 and the storage size. We're going to have to bump it down to Brutal. Now, I very almost completed it. Red Spot, great name for a settlement. I very almost completed this last time on Mega Brutal, but didn't quite manage to seal the deal. So we're going to try it on Brutal. We'll come back to it at some other point on Mega Brutal, and I'm sure that we can beat it. We'll get it right here. Now we're starting with a bump in population. That's good, because we can generate more stamina. It's bad, because there's more of a drain on our resources. Yes, the personal trainer, people eat slightly more food, but not enough for that to really matter. You don't really notice it. And you can dip into negative stamina, basically. Pretty useful. But it does harm morale. It's something that I don't tend to use very much at all. Sure is nice to have the option. Okay, this will stabilize our food. Got to explore more areas. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we're going to start generating that ASAFP. And what we want to do is we want to start overproducing on the basic resources, including food. See that they are starving. That's not where we want to be. We've got to explore 4 areas. We've got to claim 5 as well. I know that that is something that we've got to do. I don't want to scavenge for food. I want to generate food. Right, great. We're massively overproducing as far as food goes. Let's do the same with the water. I can't remember. Did we set up a firewood splitter? Yes, we did. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Now the zombies on this. Oh my gosh, the zombies on this scenario are vicious. The scenario description says like, zombies schmombies, don't worry about it. They're chill. They are not. They are vicious and they will rip you to pieces. They will come for us. That's how I failed last time. Sure, it was on Mega Brutal, not Brutal, but I know that they are going to be coming for us just right away. We're going to work on Tech 2. We're going to bump up our production of some basic things first. Maybe I should have waited until I'd met this objective before I bumped up Tech. Shouldn't matter too much. Let's start massively overproducing on this, because that's our next objective. We're overproducing on that. Winter is coming, of course. We're probably still going to have to scavenge some firewood, but yeah, let's start overproducing as far as that goes. Oh, here come the zombies. Okay, great. Okay, we'll do the same thing, but we will build fighters first with which to defend ourselves. Bumping up morale just so that that's not impacting our authority. And you kind of want to do everything all at once at the start, but you've got to prioritize. Yeah, let's dip into negative morale. That's fine for the moment. We'll get a significant bottleneck because of construction wood if we don't do that. I hate scavenging. I would much rather produce. But, needs must. Great. We want to be overproducing with water. We want to overproduce with everything, really. Get that ready for the winter. So those vicious, brutal zombies took us out last time. So let's train fighter. And then what I want to do is I want to bump up our tech. Let's get this final area explored just because that's one of the objectives and people are getting impatient. We're going to have our idle fighter there. Now, one of the reasons is because he will actually reduce the exploration cost of these areas. It's pretty good for us. Maintain food. Yeah, actually, even with winter approaching, we're gonna get that veggie farm going. Can't remember, did we bump up our tech? No, we didn't. It's gonna be the next thing that we're gonna do. We want to get to Tech 3 pretty quickly, of course. That improves your fighter's ability, and we are gonna have a lot of issues with zombies. So we want our fighters as effective as we possibly can be. We want to keep morale sky high. Forgot that we hadn't built a firewood splitter. That's not really here nor there. Yeah, we're working on the tech. That's good. Next thing is to reach Pop 4. I hate doing this over the winter, because obviously it puts a strain on your morale, it puts a strain on your resources. However, we're just looking to abate any kind of morale loss, or authority loss, I should say, by not doing the objectives fast enough. Yeah, that's fine. We're massively overproducing on food. This fight is not going the way that I want it to go, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Probably going to have to do this because we can't generate any food while there are zombies in the area. I don't like scavenging. It always feels like a dead investment, but you got to do what you got to do to survive. So we do want to increase our population. Thing is, it's going to put a strain on our morale. It's going to put a strain on our resources. So let's get ourselves situated. Let's make sure that we've got enough of what we need first before we do that. How are we doing with water? Pretty good, I'd say. Possibly could bump up our pop. I want to start working on our technology first. Are we going to get through this without having to scavenge again? I don't think so. No point in dipping into negative stamina and harming our morale if we don't have the wood for it anyway, so let's not do that. Yes, I'm going to cut those down. Good. Okay, now I don't want to suffer abandonment by not taking on new population when they are available. Of course, it's going to pretty harshly affect our morale. It's harder to keep people happy when there's more of them. So that's what we're seeing here. It's not that we've done anything wrong. That's just how it works. So they desperately want a town square. Well, you ain't getting one, because this is much easier to do. Wait until that's finished, and then we'll set something else up as well. Hopefully this event will disappear. Hopefully it will be over by the time winter finishes. Maybe I should have actually gone for the lesser option. There was only a very limited chance of them developing frostbite. We're out of firewood. That is going to make people fuming. But look at that. Winter is just about over. Thank goodness. Okay, let's build a charcoal pit. That's much better production. Yeah, we're going to want that. Yeah, got it. It doesn't take much to bump up storage. Our fighter is stronger. Let's just weather this population increase, and then we'll start worrying about the next objective. Authority is very high. Something that will help us maintain that is to focus on morale. Good, we're overproducing as far as food goes, we're overproducing as far as fuel goes. This is all good stuff. Let's just build some of these simple things that bump up morale. Improved housing, it's not very resource intensive at all. And of course it keeps the pop going up. I can see some zombies over there. I think that what we need to do next is we need to build another fighter. Fighters, of course, can support each other. Morale is going down. Okay, we're gonna do the fighter first. I want to get them training ASAP. This is why. Morale is going down. Part of that is going to be the fact that there are a bunch of undead cannibals trying to eat their faces. However, let's just build some basic stuff, shall we? Try and abate that morale loss as best we can. I am absolutely amazed that you guys are getting your asses kicked so badly. I'm astounded, quite frankly. However, they're clearly going to lose that fight. Let's hope that our new guys are trained up by the time the zombies are finished with this area. You can bury some dead people. That makes you happy, strangely enough. Okay, we should be able to win this because it's on our home territory. Again, I am astounded at how poorly our fighters are performing. But we got it. Shockingly poor performance there. Right, city areas. Now, I know that there are city areas over here. Oh my gosh. And this is what I mean. The zombies on this scenario are vicious. They're brutal. Merciless. What I had to do last time was actually bump up the population because we just... we had no chance, not really, not with just two fighters. So I'm umming and ahhing. I'm thinking about potentially doing that again. Yes, if we are massively overproducing on firewood, that is a very nice problem to have. And I think that that's what we're going to do. So the objective is to claim 3 city areas. I know that we can't really do that with just 2 fighters. Ideally, we want to bump up our tech as well so that the fighters heal more quickly. I'll settle for just having more of them. Let's get ready. Let's have everything in place that we're going to need for an increased population first. Keep morale sky high and our authority should be okay. Eventually it will start to dip anyway, but... That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Coming into winter again, we should be a little bit better placed to deal with that. And we are going to want to claim this area again. So let's get somebody there, reducing the claim cost. Let's get somebody there to kill these zombies. That is a really nice thing to have. See, the morale is sky high. Yeah, I mean, we just want to maintain that. We really, really do. We're massively underproducing as far as fuel goes. Something we could do is perhaps bump up our technology. We can improve resource generation that way. Something that we could consider. Five, six, seven. At 7 population, we can have another fighter. I don't think we're going to get through this without scavenging, so let's do that. Tempting. It's tempting to bump it up 1 tech. We can improve production that way without having to expand, and that might be very, very useful. Yes, of course, our next objective includes expanding. Of course it does. I think we've got enough saved so that we can actually... Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I think we've got the food to be able to get through. Got enough stockpiled. Bloody hope we do. We'll hold off on increasing the population just for a tick. You can see that our morale is sky high. That's absolutely fantastic. That should help a little bit. Yeah, it would be very, very nice to get some herbs, to get some healing stuff. That would be good for our fighters. Let's move them over here, just so they're doing a bit more, some better passive work. We'll scavenge some, just to start off with. Okay, we're coming to the end of the winter. Let's bump up our pop. We don't need to fight there because that's not a claimed area or anything. We can still scavenge, that's great. Morale is still sky high, which is very, very good. I wasn't quite expecting that as well, but that's a nice surprise to have. Yes, we're massively overproducing, but I'm just thinking about the next winter when we're going to have an increased population. I think that I would normally go with teaching history, but we've got our technology is kind of okay at the moment anyway, so we're not going to be bumping it up that much more. So that savings isn't really as relevant as it otherwise might be. That should see us through as far as water production goes. Yes, medicine is needed. I don't know. Yeah, so this is an area where we can get medicine, so everybody wants that. Let's do it. Beautiful. I can see that our morale is starting to dip. So carpenters would be the thing that makes them most happy, so let's build them some carpenters. Yeah, and there we can see that the morale is going up. Probably going to have to do a little something else as far as morale goes, because we're soon going to have an increase in pop. So, there you go, bundle of stuff. Fighter healing speed. Now that's kind of important. That's something that I'm going to want. First things first, we're going to want another fighter. Are we still increasing our pop? There we go. Zombies looking to cause us some problems, but we should be able to quite easily defeat them. Great. There you go. I'm going to go with the Ornamental Garden. That's a slight bump to our authority. That's the hardest resource to generate and come by. So we do that. Morale, I can see, is starting to dip. I am not crazy about that. Yeah, sure, we're going to dip into negative stamina. That's going to make people miserable, but I really want that anyway. And the morale will rebound as soon as that is finished generating. I don't think we really want to increase our population anymore. That's good. Right, we don't need to defend that area. That's free. That's fantastic. This is some pretty good stuff going on right now. We're going to go for these areas. That's a city. That's a city. That's a city. As soon as we've got this other guy ready, as soon as we've got this other fighter ready, we will we'll do it. I don't really want to bump up my pop again. Don't want to do it. I want to save up some stamina because all of this is going to take a fair amount of stamina to claim, and I want to just be able to steamroller it. Alright, fine. We can have one more pop. Fine. Not happy about that necessarily, but it's fine. Maybe what I am going to do, just because we've got such a high population. Yeah, it seems like we've got tons and tons of firewood stored, but it drains so quickly with a high population. Why are you so grumpy? You want markets? Well, I can't generate markets. You want kitchens? We can have kitchens. How about some toilets? It's bound to make you happy, right? So morale it says that it's going down. It's actually going up. It's terribly confusing. We shouldn't have any problem with stamina, really. We have such a high population, really, that we can just spend our stamina whenever we need it. So 3 soldiers, so much more effective than 2. What are you so grumpy about? Carpenters need wood. No kidding. Okay. I do not like this massively plummeting morale. We're just going to keep an eye on that. Now, we should be able to just go for this. Tell you what, let's have you there so that you can support these fighters as well. Thing is, once morale is plummeted like that, it tends to have a bit of a lasting effect on your authority, which is not good. Okay, into the winter we go. This is where we're going to have drain on resources. Let's cleanse this straight away. Let's claim it immediately. And then we're going to go for this section here. What we are going to want to do is explore that area so that we can have all of the fighters supporting each other. Yeah, that's fine. massively underproducing as far as food goes. I'm going to build those because that's something we can actually do about. We might need to scavenge some food. We'd better keep an eye on that situation. Let's get you situated here. They're still a bit grumpy, aren't they? They're grumpier than I would like them to be, that's for damn sure. Okay, let's let them come to us. We should be able to defeat them quite easily. Yeah, you can see that morale is going down again. Well, we can't build markets, so we're just going to keep on working on building improved housing. It's quite a low impact kind of thing to build. I think we're going to need to scavenge some fuel. Food, I don't know about. I think we should be okay. Morale is still going down. This is pretty dramatic. Ongoing situation, so they don't like that. Town Square would be a good one, and taverns as well. That looks like that's going to be a big morale boost, so we'll just go with that. Ah, crap. Should have remembered that. Gonna have to deal with that. Should have dealt with that first. That was a big mistake. Yeah, I can see that over there. This is a rough winter. So there's 2 more infestations. I'm guessing they're over here. Well, there looks like one over there. Oh my god. Well, pretty rough winter, wasn't it? I would say. That's not good. Yeah, I guess this was a food production area, wasn't it? So this was rough. This was really rough. I only got myself to blame as well. We can get it back. I would rather have this area anyway because it's far more out of the way. Morale has increased, that's good. But we just suffered a gigantic morale dip, which is a huge problem. That should get us back into positive food production. We should be overproducing. Morale is going down because we've just gone into negative stamina, but okay. They're getting it back. Alright, we're overproducing as far as construction wood goes, but this has been a brutal few moments. It really has. Let's get on with the objectives. I would often go for vengeance, but I think that with 3 fighters, we should be strong enough to take on whatever the zombies can throw at us. Famous last words, I know. Okay, we're still building more stuff with which to generate food. That's fine because we should soon be overproducing as far as food goes. Yes, I would like to clean that area. We're going to have to explore all of these. Okay, let's get ready for that. We know that we're going to have to explore these areas. Tell you what, I'm going to claim that. Okay, you don't need to be fighting that there. Okay, food. I guess they've moved into this area, haven't they? So, yeah, I get it. I get why the food has gone down. Okay. Let's deal with these kinds of problems immediately. These guys are getting battered, but they shouldn't be. We're still overproducing on water, even though the stockpiles are low at the moment. What I do like is being able to just spend stamina with pretty strong abandon because we just can. Come on, get that food production back up. Let's have a stockpile ready for the winter. Let's get this done straight away. Any kind of emergencies we want to deal with straight away. Areas unreachable. So this is going to be a tough one because we can't. We can only have one support here. So let's hope this goes well. Authority increased because we've explored more areas. We can't explore this area because obviously we'd have to go through those zombies. That looks like another stronghold for the zombies. So we're going to explore that. Keep an eye on the morale. Keep it very, very high. I don't know why it keeps on saying that we're dipping into negative water. We're not. We are overproducing. Great. So we don't have to claim it. Just have to kill the zombies there. Explore that because we are going to want to assist. Let's start moving over there now. Here comes the winter. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm hoping that we are now going to be sufficient as far as generation of food and firewood. Yes, it's in a deficit, but oh my good lord. Okay, let's have a look at this again. That's just too great a chance of nausea. It really, really is. We're going to deal with it immediately because otherwise morale is going to plummet anyway. We're going to scavenge. Great. Yes, I know we don't have any food. I had to throw it away, you idiots. Maybe what we could have done is we could have worked on pickling or something like that. We're going to try and abate this morale loss. Although, I mean, the cause is just we don't have any food, so we need to solve that problem in order to actually deal with it. I think we're just going to have to keep on scavenging. We do actually have a great reservoir of stamina, so we can do that without it completely effing us. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We are building those other things as well, which should help with our morale. But what do you know? As long as we've got food, we're great. Fighter healing speed, fighter strength in claimed areas. Berserkers. That seems like a really good thing to have. Now, you don't want your fighters' health to be getting low. You don't want to be thinking like, yay, they're almost dead. That's a really good thing. But yeah, it's just going to happen. I mean, if you have a fight, they're going to lose health. You want them to be bumping up their strength as best you can. I almost always go with whatever is going to improve fighter strength. We have a lot of negative events happening in the winter. That's not very good for us. I think that maybe what we should do, let's just make sure that we don't run out. I think we only need to scavenge once. Gonna scavenge again. Again, we've got to that point where stamina isn't really that much of a problem. So kill all zombies. Looks like there's some movement over here. This would be objective 5 of 8. What I'm thinking about is maybe bumping up our tech again. Cool. Definitely some zombos there. And we want to explore the surrounding areas so that we can have our fighters support each other when they go in there and start fighting. I don't need to increase that. We're already overproducing. So we're back out of the winter. That's very, very good for us. Authority is dipping, but not at a massive rate, that's for sure. So nine stamina for a tech increase. Gotcha. Okay, some zombies have appeared there. Not massively keen on that. Oh, come on, guys. You are overproducing as far as water goes. Why is this drama? Kill all zombies. Have we not killed them all? Let's keep on exploring. Let's find those zombies and hunt them down. I don't like that morale dip that's happening there. Okay, it looks like there's zombies here, aren't there? Because we saw them appear. This might be the last lot of zombies, actually. Okay, there's still some more zombies around. This is them there. Good job, we're right in the area. Just feels like you can just ignore it until there's a problem, but you've got to stay on top of your resource production, even if you seem to be doing very, very well. You've got to bear in mind winter will come, and you could absolutely get smashed to pieces by the requirements. Stockpile 12 wood. Yeah, we should easily be able to do that. Let's get you guys back to claimed territory. Let's get you healing. Great. All of this is good. This is bumping up our authority. Very, very happy with that. No. If our objective is to stockpile wood, let's stockpile some wood, shall we? Let's get it done ASAP. Nice. I mean, our people are absolutely ecstatic, and you can see that that's helping with authority. It's not dipping because people are happy. We've already reached that goal. Why hang around? Let's see how we did. Average. I don't know what doing that does. I don't know what giving those little thumbs up does. Average on brutal, that's okay. I want to complete that on mega brutal. I always want to do these on mega brutal, but We didn't quite have the... couldn't quite manage that, at least not this time. Larger storage basics, starting traits, change each game, chance of extra traits. A larger toilet building, much more effective, much more efficient. Larger storage buildings for all basic resources. I mean, I kind of like that. I've never really had a problem. Let's have some great big toilets, shall we? Our next mission is going to be Dead Weight. I hope that we can do that on Mega Brutal. Hordes of zombies overran everything, nothing can stop them. All people do is wait for them to erupt, and nobody really knew how long that would take. Okay, so that's going to be the next one, but we've completed Concrete Bones. It was tough. We will do it on Mega Brutal at some point, but that will be a video for the future. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next one.